What's up, Nakamadudes? This is RJ, and welcome to another One Piece trading card game content. For this video, we're gonna be talking about the cheapest competitive deck that you can use in OP-03, the post-ban Blue Nami. Let's go. So, a few months ago, I created a video talking about the cheapest competitive deck that you can use in OP-02, which is basically the Whitebeard Pirates deck. Back then, that deck only cost around $30 in Asian prices, but due to the adaptation of the 5 cost Marco, which is around $10 each now, that deck already increased in price exponentially. So I believe that deck alone is already more than $100 now, because it's basically the best deck in the meta. So if you are looking to join OPTCG tournaments but you don't want to break the bank, I think that the post-ban Blue Nami is the deck right for you. So let's talk about the cards in this deck list. So Nami, if you are new to OPTCG, has a very unique win condition. So she has an added win condition that if you don't have any cards in your deck, you will win the game automatically. So pre-ban, pre-banning, Nami decks are just super passive decks that just want to combo out and then draw their entire deck and they win the game. Now, due to the banning of the Moji Kabaji combo, a lot of the draw power of the deck has already been banned, I would say, or removed from the deck. So you have to be active as well to win the game. So that's why I've added cards like 2 copies of Usopp. That Usopp has a rush, then if he is attached with one Don, when this character deals damage to your opponent's life, you may trash 7 cards from the top of your deck. So this card lets you mill out easily if you can deal damage. This effect, you can see it in some cards here. That's one of the main theme of this deck, as well as bounce effects. So let's move on. I also have here a set of Kaya. So Kaya is your main draw engine now that Moji and Kabaji combo is banned. So it's not really a draw engine because you're not getting any card advantage because you're just filtering your hand, but it helps you decide or arrange your hand based on the situation. Like if you don't have any, if you have hand cards that you're not using or you're seeing that you're not gonna be using it in the next few turns, you can just discard it and draw 2 more. So the next one is Zeph. Its Don one is also the same as Usopp, but he is better because on play, he already has an ability that lets you return one character with a cost of 3 or less to the owner's hand. It means that you can bounce a 3 or less cost character from your opponent or your own field. So usually you're gonna play this to bounce Kaya to draw 2 more and discard 2 more, or our next card, which is Nojiko. So Nojiko is a 2 cost that can bounce a 5 character from your opponent's field. So this is a very cost efficient card. So if you are being rushed with a lot of 4 costs, especially with yellows or some uh, smaller characters like for Zoros, you can bounce them up using Nojiko and then use Zep to bounce Nojiko back to your hand and then play it again to bounce another one. The next card added to a post-ban Nami deck is Boodle. So again, before Nami is a very, very passive deck, but now people realize that there's a lot of aggressive decks out there with high power, such as Katakuris. Uh, one Don, you're gonna be hit with 7K. Also, they have the 7 cost Linlin, the 10 cost Big Moms. You also have Yamatos that uses Vanillas with like 5 cost Yamato with 7,000 power, or of course the usual Zoro that's very, very aggressive. So I've added a blocker here that also has an ability that lets you discard or trash the top of your deck. So it helps also mill out the deck. Now, another one of our attacker millers is Belemere-san. So Belemere is the same as Usopp, only this time, when she's KO'd, you can also trash additional 3 from the top of your deck. So if you attack, deal damage, you mill out 7, you mill 7, and then when she is killed, because she's like what 5k power for cost only, she can easily be killed if your opponent really wanted to. You can also take the hit and then you trash additional 3. So one Belemere potentially can mill you 10 cards. So that's very good. The next one is a set of Mihawk, Dracul Mihawk. So this one, most of the time as a blue player or a blue deck user, you're just gonna use it as a 2k counter. But for this deck, you're gonna be using him as an attacker because it's a Kaya effect on a stick. So you attach one Don, then you can draw two and then discard two. So that also helps you thin out your deck. The next one are the event cards. So as you see, there's a lot of event cards in this deck because uh, that's what Nami or control players do. So overheat, you want to have a set of overheat. So overheat, you can add 4,000 power to a character or your leader, and then it lets you bounce a character that costs 3 or less to its owner's hand. So again, you can choose between your opponent or your own character. So usually what we usually do is like overheat and then bounce Gaia to start the filter loop again. So overheat, and then the next one is Desert Spada. One cost grants your leader or character 2,000 power. Then you can look at the top three of your deck, and then you can rearrange it and then put it either on top or bottom. So this is a good one if you want to secure or you just want to secure your next draws, or you want to check out what you'll be trashing for the next events that you'll be using. Later on, we will discuss those events. So the next one is 2 copies of Arabesque Brickfish. So again, we want to defend our life because the longer the game, the better for us. So we want to bounce the 4 cost characters like Katakuris, very very powerful with a 6k beater for only 4 costs. And then you also want to bounce Crackers, Peros Peros, or the other uh, bigger characters such as Blacker Markov if you're against Whitebeard, so that you can mill out or you can attack Whitebeard with Zeph or Belemere or Usopp, so that you can also uh, trash 7 cards from the top of your deck. Now, I only added a single copy of Deathwing mainly because it costs 3 dons, so it takes a lot of resources. Although it gives you 6,000 power, and then you can draw cards until you have 2 cards in your hands. Like if it's the last card in your hand, you play it, then obviously you can draw 2. But that's a very very situational. It's very there's it's very rare that you're gonna encounter that scenario. So I only added one. The reason for that is I also love the trigger. So its trigger is Mihawk 9. Like if you trigger, you can bounce. Sorry, it's not Mihawk 9. It's in the bottom. This is a Doflamingo 7 event card. So you can return one character with a cost of 7 or less to back to the owner's hand. So again, if you want to bounce a character, if maybe the situation is calling for you for to do that, you can also bounce your own character. Then the next one, these are the cards that lets you mill out yourself. Rubber Band of Doom, 1 Dawn. It gives your character or leader 2,000 power, and then you can trash the top card of your deck. The next one is Gum Gum Giant Gavel. So this one you have to be very careful with this one because unlike your other event cards, you cannot target your characters. This is a leader only event card. So you can trash one from your hand. You have to trash first before the effects be active. Uh Up to one of your leader gains 4,000 power, and then you can trash the top 2 cards of your deck. And it also has a trigger that bounces a character, a four cost character back to to your opponent's hand. So I forgot to mention that some of the cards here has triggers that lets you draw. For example, Desert Spada, draw to trash one. Trigger for overheat is the same as Arabis Brickfist. You can bounce four cost. Usopp Rubber Band of Doom also lets you draw one and then trash. So the next one is the main draw engine for this deck, which is Sanji's Pilaf. So this is the Path of Greed for One Piece. It lets you for three dons. It lets you draw two cards, and if you trigger it, you basically play it for free. Then the next one is Love Love Beam. So this one, a leader of or one of your character gains 4,000 power for two dons, and then if you play it and you have less than three cards in your hand, it lets you also draw one from your deck. So this is very good card, especially it also refills your hand. But this is also, I believe, the most expensive card in this deck. So this Dracul Mihawk and Love Love Beam is the most expensive cards. Are the most expensive cards in this deck. You only The reason for that is you only gonna get them in ST03 or the Crocodile deck. So I'm not confident that you'll be seeing a lot of singles of this lying around for you to get. So you might be buying two STs if you really want to build this deck. Mihawk, if in West you or in the global version you get the Mihawk pack, uh you might have a chance to get it as prize, because in Mihawk pack you're gonna get a random card. It's gonna be either Brook, those are four swordsmen. Okiku for green, Tashiki, ST for black, and then the Mihawk ST alternate art for blue. So if you're lucky enough to get the Mihawks in those packs, you're just gonna be looking for Love Love Beam. But if you really wanted to try Nami, I suggest to buy the two starter decks so that you'll get the sets, these two sets already. So there you go. We're gonna be taking this deck in a spin in the simulator. Let's go. I'm actually thinking of bringing this to a flagship tournament. So, but I want to test it out first in some local battles or a standard battle. And if I win one, I will have the confidence to bring it in a flagship battle. Actually, I main Nami before post ban, pre-ban, but after the ban, really felt that my build was so bad, and with the advent of decks like Katakuri's that you need to discard two cards just to counter his one don, it really put Nami a tier below in the meta. So I really didn't use it, but I'm starting to pick it up again because I really enjoyed the gameplay of Nami. So we're playing first. Huh. So I have two Kayas here, but if I play Kaya here, I'll discard these two. I don't have that many events. I don't have any draws aside from Kaya. So I would mulligan this one, and I think it's better. This is better. We can end our turn here. Will you know? Oh, I didn't notice. Don't worry, this is a new build. This is not a passive one. I didn't notice his name. Sorry about that. Huh. I have to. Yeah, I can bounce this one. Uh, oh no, the Streamlabs stop recording. Mhm. Two two puddings. Good thing I alt tabbed and I saw that the Streamlabs stop recording. Now you're gonna attack. I can use this one, and I can use rubber band. Take one and then use rubber band. Do it. Oh, I misclick. I should have trashed one card. Let's take this one. I I misclicked that one. So here, gonna kill Sanji, gonna attack Sanji. Let's see if he'll gonna defend this one. Play Pilaf here. Actually, I can play Usopp. I can play Usopp. I can play. I can play. So I'll be dropped with two. I can play Belemere. Then I can counter the next attack with Gavel. I'm gonna be discarding Usopp. If he plays a 4 cost, I'll definitely gonna bounce it next turn. 7k. I'll take this one. I'll take this one because 5 cost. He can play 5 cost Yamato, the vanilla Yamato, or 1, 2. Yeah, let's discard. Let's start discarding, alright? Let's block this one. No blockers. Trash Usopp, trash cards from deck. What did I trash? That's good. Those are aside from the Gavel. Now next turn, he'll definitely gonna uh, save some energy, some dons to counter my attack for with Belemere. So let's see what he'll gonna do. I'm gonna draw two, Brule. Oh, oh, well, if you go that route, I'm gonna draw two. I can play Boodle and then open two Dons, bounce Brule to back to his hand next turn using Overheat. So let's play Boodle here and let's end their turn. Nami only uses Grant one. I We don't need to trash the cards, so we'll just gonna grant one. 7k. Let's counter this one. No blockers. Counter this one. Bounce back. Brule. And then let's resolve our attack here. Now, so one, he got 1,000 counter. One, two, three, four, five. Let's try actually. We can actually try just draw more and then draw more. Now we have some counters here. We can counter three. We're gonna block this one. Attack, attack. If he attacks with Lin Lin, gonna be blocking with Boodle, then gonna counter Katakuri with either Mihawk counters. Definitely gonna need to trash this Brick Fist. He didn't play like 4 cost, so let's see. Got 28 cards left. 28 cards. So again, post ban, Nami is really really slow. So 7k, love love beam. I can love beam. Yep, love beam here. Then attacks. If she attacks with Lin Lin, that's 9 cost. So Pero will be putting it back to his hand next turn. We're lucky we already used three pilaf. So 5 cost. I I don't want to take damage here because I haven't gotten any Gavel yet. So we want to trash. Use card. Oh no. Oh no. So Brule, okay. So here we want to bounce Pero. Now let's make him use Brule actually. Actually, I can play Zeph. So 5 down to 3. Yeah, I can play Zeph. Bounce Brule, trash cards. Then let's pass the turn. So 1, 2, he'll gonna attack me. I can take some damage here. I'll use Desert Spada to check the top of my decks. So we are preparing for a big attack. Definitely, we're gonna attack. Ooh, 7, 7. Mm, let's take this one. Yeah, that's actually 1, 2. I need to use Desert Spada. Let's take the 9K. Nojiko. Okay. So that's gonna be 9K, but this one will prevent it by using Desert Spada and Lava Beam. So that's 9K. And Desert Spada. Okay, so no blockers there. Actually, I can take 9K. 2 life. Yeah, I can take this one. Draw 2. Now, gotta be discarding Brick Fist. Do I need to discard Brick Fist? Yep, I think I need to discard. Now, we are lucky that we have Pilaf again. So, we can draw 2 again. So, that's 19. We really need the Gavels. We really need the Gavels. I have 1, 2. 2 Gavels in my trash right now. So this one bounce Kaya, discard and Belemere, draw 2. I can discard Espadas here. I still have some dons for you got blocker so I can kill Lin. I still have some dons for overheat and bounce Kaya by overheat. Play Kaya again, so 2. Then I can bounce again. Actually, I can play Nojiko to bounce Brule later, just to make him play it again. Yeah, I can. So we have 5 dots here. So he got 9K. So 9K, I can play here, bounce Kaya, and then I think I just gonna use Nojiko here as 10K, as 1K counter. He won't be playing anything below 5, and I'm not hitting him with Brule. So he'll gonna be attacking with a lot of Linlin. So 9K. Yeah, Actually, hmm. So I can play Love Love. I can play Love Love. 6 cost. I can play this two or Love Love with just. Yeah, I think I'll just play this two. Trash cards there. Uh, play Kaya, bounce Kaya. We're down to 14. Oh, you can just look. Move it at the bottom. So this is a triggered card, but I don't have that many triggers already. I already have the pilafs, all the pilafs there. So gonna play Kaya, bounce Kaya, discard Kaya. 2K counter. Yep. Discard these two. Play. Choose. Oh, I misclicked again. I should have played Kaya. I should have played Kaya there. I should have bounced it. Oh no, that might have cost me the game. I could have played Kaya again, down to 7. That might have cost me the game. Misclick. Should have gotten Kaya, then play Kaya again. Anyways, mistakes were made. That's a problem with simulators. I really can't do that much here. So no blockers, play this one, and then counter this one. If he plays 9k, gonna play Love Love again, draw one. Uh, I think we have to take it, right? No, we'll just take the last one. Draw two. It's really a mistake. I think we might have lost the game due to that one, due to that blunder of Kaya. So six play. Wait, I think I won. I'll play Kaya, draw two, discard two, play Zeph, trash two. That's gonna be six. Then play Kaya again. So let's play Kaya here. Draw two, discard two. So we'll be discarding the two Mihawks. Play Zeph, deploy. Now bounce Kaya. We have to make sure. Then it's a GG. So would have easily won that match if I didn't misclick a lot, but that's a problem with simulator. And he is so salty. But he's the one who lost. So I'm not sure if I'm the loser here. But yeah, that's the power of Nami. Didn't show the active side of the deck because I didn't have any chance to attack because I don't want to attack a yellow deck due to Katakuri's ability because if they are lesser life than me, I'll have a problem with Cracker and Katakuri. And 7 cost Big Bomb is technically a dead card here. Uh, you're just gonna give him one life. And 10 cost Big Mom, that's gonna be a big problem actually, because I'm not sure why he didn't play 10 cost Big Mom. But he has a lot of cards. I'm thinking he doesn't have it, but he has a lot of cards, and he also uh, cycled around 8 cards with the two puddings. So it's either he's very unlucky that he didn't get the big mums, but it is what it is, and he's very salty with Nami players. So, but yeah, this is again for $20. You already have a deck that can compete with some meta decks. I would say it's a competitive deck, but I would try this in a local tournament setting, and then maybe I'll gonna record those matches, and I'll gonna update you guys with this Nami deck if it's really uh, a competitive deck. So I think it's a competitive deck, but again, this is RJ playing One Piece trading card game. Peace out.